Oh, that is an interview question, isn't it? What is an example of agile having proven successful in an organisation you've worked in the past? Well, I'm not going to mention any organisations that I've worked with. I've worked with quite a few. Some it's gone well, some not so well, and I will leave it to them to determine which ones they are. But what I would start talking about is what I've done. So I can look at organisations where I've gone in, I've worked with many teams and helped them understand what agile is, what Scrum is, and get them started. And success for those organisations looked very different from other organisations where I've gone in and I've helped teams move from good to great. Or other organisations where it's been about technical focus and understanding the importance of modern engineering techniques. And each one I can talk to success, but I'm only going to be able to talk to that if at the very start of that engagement I have also asked the question what success looks like. People believe that they adopt agile to become agile. What does that mean? That's what we have to understand, is for you, what does that mean? As a client, as a customer, as an organisation, what does being agile mean? What does it give you? I've had companies say we want to score highly on an agile maturity index, and I'll honestly ask why. What does it give you? So what? Maybe it's the right thing, maybe it's the wrong thing, I don't know. But what I want to know is, why is that important? Why do you want teams that are more competent, more capable in the agile space? What is that giving you as a business? So to be able to answer that question well, what you need to have done in the early days, maybe even before you've engaged properly, is ask the question why. How are we going to measure whether or not this is successful? Those teams that I've worked with to get them started, success was measured in the teams were able to take work and deliver it within 2 weeks. That was it. It wasn't about pace. It wasn't about anything other than, as a group of teams, and there was about 16 of them, they had work, they could break that work down into manageable chunks, they could execute the work, and they could deliver a piece of software every 2 weeks. And we worked with them for about 5 months, and they got there. It was success. We had 16 teams that started. At the end of it, we had 16 teams with really clear measures of success. They were doing a great job. They've gone on to be really good teams. Not because of me, I helped them in the foundations. But success for me and for Agile there at that time was solid teams who knew what they were doing. They weren't about fast, they weren't about efficient, they were just about competence. Okay? I've worked with teams where success in an Agile sense actually meant being able to reduce delivery from 6 months to 3 weeks. Okay? And we worked on understanding the flow of work through the system. We worked on the technical aspects of delivery, what people did in their roles, were they valuable, were they not valuable, how could we improve that overall system. And we brought it down from 6 months over a period of time to every 3 weeks they could deliver. Some of you may not think that's fast, but it's a lot faster than 26 weeks. And that was clear because my job when I was engaged was to help them increase the rate at which they could deliver their product. It wasn't to become more agile. Agile is a tool set that we use. It's a way of thinking about problems, absolutely. You'll hear about it as a culture, a mindset, but ultimately it's to deliver a benefit to the business. To answer a question about what's the change you've seen because of Agile, you have to understand what the benefit that business sought was and whether or not you achieved it. If you've got to this point in the video, I hope you've enjoyed it. If so, a like would be appreciated. If you want to hear more from me, more answers to questions that maybe you've got in the Agile world, please subscribe to the channel. And if you've got a question that you really want answered, drop it in the comments. I promise we'll get around to it. Thank you.